What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Gus, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? Just chilling here in Orlando. Came down to Florida last week. Dropped off on Friday. Dropped off. Yeah, dropped off Friday, and then I had another drop off that I picked up. That was a drop off in Fort Lauderdale on Monday. So I went to visit my mom, my stepdad, and I'm at my biological dad's house today, and trying to book loads. What up, Brian? How you doing, bro? Trying to get this, I'll show you guys. Trying to get the Sylectus thing going. Today I'm in Orlando, willing to go 100 miles. So let's go ahead. This is the Sylectus app, by the way. Or not app, I keep saying app, but it's not an app. It's a website. All right. And then refresh. I like every minute. Nothing right now. There was a little bit ago. I bid on 3 things today, but didn't get anything yet. It's kind of hard getting started. I can see how people get frustrated with Sylectus or load boards in general. It's almost like going door to door to shippers. You know, you're gonna get shot down a lot, and if you're not good with rejection, it's not gonna be good for you. I'm pretty good with rejection, and it still is like, man, I gotta keep pushing, keep plugging away, because pretty much you're building a rapport with each broker that you book a load with through the app or through the load board. But yeah, I just got done setting up the factoring through OTR Solutions. But yeah. Don French, what's going on? Have you got a top 5 food stop on your tour of the States? Not really a spot. I just come to really like Indian food, and I've always loved Thai food, but I think Indian food is like my new love. Jesse, freight has been moving slow the past week, unfortunately. I think every week somebody says that, and I know people that move all the time or do good sometimes and don't do good other times. You know, you kind of get in a rhythm out here, or I do at least. I can't speak for everybody, but I feel like you get in a rhythm and you get going. But some people just don't find that rhythm, or I don't know. I wouldn't really say it's slow for me though. It's been pretty busy. I was moving for the past month, you know, pretty decent, not crazy, but not to the point where I was sitting, you know. So hopefully we can get another. I think we did 2 months straight, so 8 weeks, and then I'll probably do another 8 weeks. I really haven't taken a time off. I just had like a day of rest in between dropping off and kind of made the most of it by seeing family. Jerry says, bro, I got my van and I'm expediting as an owner-operator. Hell yeah, Jerry. You've been talking about that for a while, man. I'm glad to hear that. Hope it's going well for you, bro. Gus, you said your city empty in Phoenix. I was in Phoenix a lot last 2-3 weeks. I was blessed to not sit too much. There was one day I sat because it was the weekend, but I didn't mind it. I actually booked a load on the Friday, but it was for the next day, so I didn't really sit. I just kind of enjoyed my time with family. I have a cousin out there. Everything Apex. OTR Solutions is 4%. And they let me know they're not the cheapest. They let me know they're definitely not the cheapest. You can get cheaper around, but I kind of like what they said, and I kind of went with them, you know what I mean? I could obviously change my mind or whatever, but let me see. I just got an email. Sometimes these brokers will send you emails. I just got a guy hit me up. He's like, I got a shipment going tomorrow from Lakeland. So let me hit him up really quick. So I'll show you. He just, I mean, I don't really want to show too much information because a lot of this stuff is, you know, confidential as far as like phone numbers and all that stuff. But there you go. You can see I put my bid in before for the one Lakeland. So I put all the information up there. How many miles I am out, my dimensions, and my rate. And that was going from Lakeland, Florida to Orlando. And I bid $350 on it, which if you don't know the area, it's about a 100-mile trip. So that's what I bid. But I didn't get it, but he hit me back with this one. I have a shipment going tomorrow if you're interested. So I'm gonna go ahead and I just emailed him back. If so, this would be my first load that I book through Sylectus, but we'll see. Don't want to count your chickens before they hatch. Jerry, I got a 2023 Ram ProMaster 156. Nice. That's nice. Good for you, Jerry. Proud of you, man. Everything Apex. What was it that you liked? I don't know. I mean, I looked around. The lowest I found was like 3.5%. But these guys guarantee your money. I'm sure most do. I don't know. I just kind of went with them. No reason in particular. Maybe I made a bad decision, but I hope not. So we'll see. I probably should have hit you up and asked you, you know what I mean? But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Jesse Boyd, maybe it's the carrier I'm signed on with. I drive for a fleet owner, but hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Jesse, yes. Did you say? Oh yeah, because you've been moving slow. Yeah, it's really dependent on so many factors. There's not one thing that you can pinpoint it on, and you kind of just gotta understand you're gonna have those slow weeks. You know, it's just gonna happen. Even I have them. It's not like anyone is impervious to slow weeks unless you have dedicated lanes or something that's concrete. You know, so just if I could suggest anything, maybe getting some side apps that you could do some local stuff around if it makes sense to you. Sometimes it doesn't, you know, the local stuff, even if it pays $1.50 a mile, you're doing a lot of stop and go, and that's wear and tear on your brakes, stuff like that, less gas mileage, stuff like that. So Gus says, congratulations, Jerry. Good luck, brother. Yes, definitely good luck to you, Jerry, my man. Been watching for a while, huh? I think probably a year now. Oh yeah, it's not his van. He said he's driving for a fleet owner. Yeah, you're kind of pretty much stuck where you are. Uh, I don't know. Maybe get like an electric scooter and do some do some Uber. And I don't know. I have no idea. But just be patient. Go to the gym. Work out. Eat good. Read a book. You know, your time will come. Let's see. He just sent me the email back. I'm waiting on the tender to be sent to me to get tomorrow's shipment set up. Once I have that, I will send over the details. So that's pretty dope. I mean, you just reply to him and let him know I'm interested. But that's pretty cool. Everything Apex, what carrier are you with? Do you have restrictions either set by you or your fleet owner? Are you talking to Jesse over there? Gus, your time will come. Yes, definitely. You just can't expect to run all the time, and you gotta kind of expect to have those down times. Nobody wants them. They do suck. It's actually probably the worst part of the business is sitting, waiting. I kind of like that I'm booking loads now because it kind of gives me something extra to do, even though it actually is a lot of back and forth communication, a lot of emailing, calling, following up. So it does take a lot of time, actually. So when people told me before, you're paying too much, 14%, you got to think about it. If a dispatcher is on a load board for, my lady, she's on there all day long. So you think about the hours that she's sitting there staring at a screen, making calls, emails. For her to take 14%, when you think about booking a load for $1,000 in a day, that's 140 bucks for her. So she could have been on there for 10 hours that day. She could have been on there for 3 hours that day, 2 hours that day. But it does take time, energy, and it's not easy. It's not like you just go on there, click submit on a bid, and you get it. It's not how it works. So you guys got to understand. There's a lot more to this than just. Is it possible? And are you able to do it yourself? Sure, you can. But this is time. I could be in the pool chilling right now. Look at this pool behind me. Beautiful pool. I could be chilling right there in that float in a Speedo. But I'm not. I'm here. I guess I could take the laptop outside. Adele, thank you very much. Be sure to ask that broker if they regularly have Florida freight if you didn't already. Great question. Great question. It's all about questions and learning the right questions to ask. Because if you don't ask, obviously you're not going to get an answer to a question. So thank you very much, Alan. It's a great question to ask that I'm going to put in my arsenal of questions to ask whenever I talk to a new broker. Gerald says, is transit with engine 3.7 bad for Expedite? I heard only 3.5 twin turbo is good. If you go with a transit, Apex probably knows the best. Yes, because he's a transit guy. He knows transits better than I do, and he already answered you. He says, I've not heard horrible things about the 3.7, although the miles per gallon and power is less than the 3.7. Yeah, I've just driven Sprinters. I've driven the diesel, the 3.0 turbo diesel, and the four-cylinder. Morgan, what's going on? Hey. Bubba is good. He is chilling. Yeah, I just want to check in with you guys. I mean, I've had a pretty decent 8 weeks, like I said. I'm gonna post a new episode today. It's actually a round trip episode, first round trip I've ever done from Austin, Texas to Mesa, Arizona, which I did like probably 3 or 4 runs over there in the past 8 weeks. So I'm gonna post that today. I gotta catch up on these episodes. I'm trying to do one a week, and it's been over a week for this last one. So if you've been waiting, I apologize, but it takes time to edit these episodes. A lot of footage, man. So much footage. You guys don't. It's crazy. Mike says your twin turbo is just as good as the engine, has a 3.7, 3.5, a little bit higher maintenance cost due to the turbos. Vance Edwards says just bought some Cooper Discovery HT3 from my 17 Ram ProMaster 2500. Cost me $1,000. Do you prefer to buy brand name tires or cheaper ones? I prefer cheaper ones, just to be honest with you, because you're gonna change them out every 6 months anyways, or sooner. And yeah, I've just always bought cheap tires. I buy them from Walmart. You know what I mean? All season tires with a nice thick tread on them, and I paid like for 4 tires. I think last time I went it was like $600, but not for my van. For the van I was driving previously, so obviously it came out of my pocket, but then the owner reimbursed me. But it was $600. But 1,000, I mean, still, you know, they're gonna last you. So Vance, don't like regret that you bought them. You know, you did what you did. I don't mind going with cheaper tires, but it's all preference, you know. Robert says, Brandon, how do you like your Sprinter gas engine versus diesel? Uh, I, man, I like the gas and I like the diesel for different reasons. I don't dislike either of them. I didn't have problems with either of them. The thing I didn't like about the diesel, I didn't like the DEF. I didn't like filling up the DEF. I know you can cancel the DEF system, but I mean, it wasn't my van. I didn't want to do that. Uh, and then the 4-cylinder, it rides smooth. You're not going to get as many miles out of it longevity wise, like out of its lifetime. You're going to need about half. Um, but yeah, I like them both. Morgan says Texas to AZ, both places I bet are awesome to see. They're cool to see for the first time, but once you see the desert, it's like seeing Wyoming or any of these like Nebraska. Once you see 1 mile of desert, you've seen it all. There's certain parts, obviously little oases along the way that are, you know, beautiful sights to see, canyons and such, but I'm at the point where I've done that route so many times that I still enjoy it. You know, you got to make the most of it, and it's not, you know, there could be worse things to see, but yeah, it's all right. Jay Stokes says, were you a company driver before you went independent? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Check out my episodes. I got, I think, 50 of them I did as a fleet driver for a fleet owner. And I don't know. I suggest it for anybody looking to get into the business before you go spend a bunch of money on a van and all this stuff, getting your insurance and all that. Try to drive for somebody. You know what I mean? Save yourself some time, some headache. Because what's to say you get a van and you get out there and your first few weeks you sit, you just get so discouraged, you're losing money. I've heard this story many, many times. It happens a lot because people get in this business, they buy a van before they find a contact or a carrier, anyone to book their loads, and they just mix up with anybody really. And then this business has so many shady characters and dishonest people and fake load boards and all this stuff that it's very easy to just get caught up with the wrong people. And like I said, like I was very blessed to come in contact with the people that got me in the business because they were just straight upfront and honest with me. They showed me every rate con, every email. Well, not every email, because it got to a point where I was like, I didn't care to see them anymore because I know how they work and then they know what I like and how I work. So it worked out really well. I was very blessed to have people that were honest, upfront, and fair. So, um, Is it necessary to have a ceiling AC, or can I just get away with a max air fan? I'm just getting into this. Um, you can get away with just a max air fan, but an AC is going to be better. I'm getting AC put in, a roof AC from a company. I'll be making a video about that soon. And I got a portable AC unit from a company called the Zero Breeze Mark II, which it does okay if you can close off, like a portion of your, the back, so that your square footage is not too much to cool down. Um, it can work. It works. It definitely helps, but it's expensive. It's a $1,400 machine with a battery and all that stuff. So at that point, you might as well just get a roof unit. So that's what I'm doing. Everything Apex Island says 100% dry for a fleet owner of zero experience. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Raju, what's going on, buddy? Good morning. Straight facts. Diamonds. Nelson says, can you explain in detail your first experience using Sylectus? It's right now. I mean, I dibbled and dabbled on Friday last week, but I didn't have my factoring set up. I didn't know what I was doing, really. I didn't talk to the person to contact at Sylectus to learn exactly how to post my truck and do all this stuff. So today's my first day, and I mean, I haven't got anything crazy from it. Here's another one just popped up. Orlando to Nashville, 1,500 pounds. And then another one, Brooksville, Florida to Atlanta, 3 pallets, 836 pounds. I don't know. Do I want to go to Nashville? Do I want to go to Atlanta? I do want to get out of Florida, so. So this one's a pickup for tomorrow. You definitely got to read the details, guys. You get kind of eager when you first get started. Like, I know I am eager to just go ahead and put bids in really quick. But I'm learning to like sit back and read the details, because you want to know the details when you hit up a broker. You want to pretty much repeat to them their details, that you understand them fully, because details are important in this business. Like, if I put a bid on this for today, expecting it to be a load for today, and didn't look at the details, and then they're like, well, pickups for tomorrow, I'll be sitting here for a whole day. Let me get caught up on these comments. Mac Travel, how to find a good broker and honest person to start up. Pray. You're going to have to hit up a bunch and just kind of work with different companies and find out which one you mesh better with. I was blessed beyond belief. It doesn't happen like that for everybody. So don't get discouraged when you hit people that are not honest and you find out you don't mesh with them. Just keep plugging away, because you're going to run into somebody eventually that's honest. Robert Gardner says, do you have extra space because you no longer have the extended model Sprinter? I have less by I think it's like 20 inches or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But it doesn't bother me. Can you say something about the differences between the 170 and the extended Sprinter? Is it worth the money? I mean, if you can afford it or find one with the extended, I would get the extended. Obviously, more space is better, but it doesn't hinder the performance. You can still fit, the same amount of pallets pretty much, unless they're a weird dimension. But and you just, with 3 pallets, you just have a little bit extra space. Nothing too crazy, but it's a question I had before I started expediting. So good question. I'm gonna rock the Icy Breeze cooler and see if it keeps me cool. Thanks for the info, Vance. Yeah, let me know how that goes, man. You should do a video on it. But yeah, never know till you try. I have the EcoFlow Wave 2. It's an AC and heater, works amazing. Yeah, the EcoFlow, I've seen that. It's like a square one. It's kind of the competition to the one I got. I think the EcoFlow is actually better. I'm gonna do a review on the Zero Breeze Mark II here soon, but It's nothing fancy. Everything Apex, you have a template for you to email bid, and do you refresh constantly or wait the time? I have it refreshing every minute. Um, and I have a template. It's probably not the best. It's very simple, very concise. Um, but if a broker has like actual details in there, I'll try to add those in. But yeah, other than that, nothing crazy. If you want to call me later, Alan, and give me some pointers, I'll take them. Or I'll call you later. Um, Bid everything to stay running accordingly, of course. Yes, sir, Raju. The van will always be smaller than you want it to be. Nick says, Alan, what's your experience with Millhouse? Alan, you can answer that. I know the guy that I bought the van from, he was running under Millhouse, and he said they kept him running. They had a lot of work, but the rates weren't really the best. He kind of did it when he was in a pinch. The rates were better, but have come down considerably for Millhouse, I believe. Could be wrong. But yeah, I'll show you guys. Orlando to Nashville. I'll put a bit on that. So let me do that. See if I can set this up in a way that I can show you guys. So what I do, and Alan, anybody out there, you let me know, any pointers. Oh, come on. There we go. 5 miles out. My dimensions, 163, 53, 72, and 697 miles. 7. I'll go 7. 750. I have 4 straps because that's one of the details. And great with. So we'll see. Oh, Ivia is a app they use. I didn't know that. I think they did tell me that actually, but good to know, Nick. Thank you very much. Alan answered your question earlier about Millhouse, whoever that was. He says plenty of freight, but cheap rates, and they micromanage. Vance Edwards says e-scooter versus e-bike for expediting downtime. I can't decide. I just got a scooter actually. Just got a scooter. But if you got the room for e-bike, e-bikes are dope. Everything Apex. We used Avia when we first began, but now we never use them. Who do you use, Alan? You mind me asking? In front of all these fine people, who do you use? What do you do? I'm sure you got a lot of just direct connections, but who knows? I'll be right back, y'all. All right. A few things I gotta do today too. I gotta get new brakes done today, oil change, and yeah, that's it. But that's two expenses, two huge expenses I gotta do today or this week sometime. Um, so fun, close to $1,000 probably with brakes, rotors, all that good stuff. I'm waiting to hear a call back from a few people right now, but we'll see. Anywhere from like 600 to 1,000, I think, is what it'll be. Nick says, I've got decent rates from them, but I bid high and bid often, always. What was your requirements for having access with Sylectus? Also, in terms of approximate, how much did you spend? It's $500 a month, just under $500 for me. William, what's up, man? How's everything going? You doing all right? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Trying to get back on this road though. I took a few days off. Not really days off. I just had time in between drop-offs down here in Florida. And my mom lives in the Palm Beach area, and so does my stepdad. So I kind of killed two birds with one stone there, hung out with them. Got some family time. Mother's Day was Sunday, obviously, so got to see my mom. Not long enough though, but hopefully we can do a nice vacation here soon. And then I came up here to Orlando because not much was popping down there at the time in Miami on the load board, and figured I'd see my biological dad up here, my sister and everybody. And yeah, so I'm enjoying myself, man. Things are going good. No complaints, really. Very blessed, very thankful, very grateful for the opportunity and where I'm at right now. It's almost kind of not humbling, but I've made it to a point that I've been trying to make it to for a while. So now that I'm there, it's almost like, what's next? Like how can I take it from here and take it up here and then take it up here and then just keep going? Because I don't want to just get comfortable where I'm at with what I have. I know there's a lot more to do, a lot more growth to obtain, a lot more to learn. So just taking it one day at a time right now. I'm very at peace and very, I don't know, just very at peace. All right, let's see. Nick says Panther has a carrier porter load board, but you don't have to pay for the supplement as well. Yeah, I think, but you got to be with Panther, you have to be just under them. You can't be with anybody else. From what I understand, I could be wrong, but I don't really want to be exclusive with anybody. I want to do my own thing. Vance says, I came for the expediting videos. I stayed for the music. Your videos are really good because you pick good background music. Thank you. Appreciate that, Vance. I take a lot of pride in what I do as far as the videos go. I never thought I'd be making videos on YouTube. Never saw myself doing it. Was always somebody that was kind of in front of the camera, but never behind the scenes doing the editing. Never had the true respect that I have for videography like I do now. So yeah, I take a lot of pride in mixing in good music, not keeping it the same. trying to give you guys good visuals and just make it entertaining. I don't really put out the videos to, I always see comments under every video like either downplaying what I make or talking about I'm lying about what I make, or I don't make my videos. I know I put my information about what I make more so to let people know. I'm not bragging because I don't think I'm getting rich, obviously. I'm making enough to pay my bills, cover my costs for the van and save a little bit of money, but I'm not making it seem, I don't put big numbers out there to brag, you know what I mean? And it's like I feel like people, I don't know, they try to come at me like that, and it's like I don't know. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it to give me something to do while I'm on the road. B, to connect with you guys and build a community that I can hopefully grow to help the community and do something with it. You know, I'm not trying to just build this for nothing. I'm trying to build a community, hopefully of drivers and people who support the movement to change this game, you know, and make it more for the drivers and not for the brokers. You know, we're doing all the work. I'm not saying that brokers shouldn't get a fair share or that, you know, people shouldn't get paid for. When you look at the numbers and loads are getting sold to brokers for $2.50 a mile, $3 a mile, and we're getting them, we have to beg for $1 a mile. You know what I mean? So it's just ridiculous that it's like that. So we can change that though. It's all power in numbers, and I'd like to see. I'm hating what I see right now between influencers in the game. I hate that people have different ideas and thoughts and they can't agree to disagree or come together and compromise. It's really going to hurt us in the long run when you think about it. Because if one group has X amount of people and another group has X amount of people, if we can combine those numbers, you know, and then have another group out here, there's so many influencers that if we all came together, we could really make some change, you know? It's going to take some time. It's going to take a plan, but I don't like what I'm seeing right now with things from my perspective. A lot of people might not see it, but I see it. I don't like the division. We can't all come together and make something happen that's beneficial for everybody. Sorry about my little tangents and my little rants, but I appreciate you, Vance, for what you said. Thank you. William, I'm down here in Laredo, going home this weekend to see my family also. Love it, man. You're doing great. Thank you. My boy David Crossland got to get time with mom. We celebrating her 90th next month. That is, people that have lived that long have seen things and so much change that we couldn't fathom it. Like we can kind of understand, you know, going from, you know, regular phones to cell phones and that technology gap, but your mother has seen so much change, and that's just a blessing, man. 90. So tell her happy birthday from me. Nick says it's not exclusive use, independent contractor. I would double check on that, Nick. Alan, if you're in here, you know, I think, but I actually just tried to sign up with Panther, and that's kind of one of the reasons I didn't do it. Because I was looking at Millhouse, Panther, and there was one more. Daniel Q with the $2 donation. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. You always support in more ways than one. And I appreciate you and people like you, man. You guys help me out big time. I'm not getting rich out here, so $2 is a lot for me right now. It's like everything adds up. I'm noticing, even with the Upside app, like all 10 cents here, the 20 cents here, the dollar here, the $5 there, the $10 there, it all adds up. So, you know, any business is always going to have people that will undercut you, will do the job for cheaper. I compare it to like pressure washing down here in Florida. Everybody has a pressure washing business, everybody and their grandmother. And people are going to underbid you. But what's going to set you apart is A, not worrying about what other people do. That's the main thing. Don't focus on what other people do, because then your focus is over here when your focus should be straight ahead. You see what I'm saying? So don't worry about what other people do and what they're doing, because they're going to do it whether you're worrying about it or not. B, Yeah, just worry about yourself. You really can't. You can't prevent that. It's always gonna happen. So you just gotta work harder, provide a good service, be dependable, and be good at your craft. You know what I mean? Just don't, like I said, don't focus on other people. Focus on yourself. David, thank you. Nelson says, share some of that vision, please, because some of us are new in the field and probably not having the greatest experience so far. No cap, man. Trust me, I've been there. I know how it gets, man. It's not fun sometimes, but sometimes it's the most fun. So that's life. David says Panther does not have non-exclusive, but look like big truckloads. I never went back. Um, yeah, I mean, I haven't used them. I've just looked into it, and that's what I heard, but could be wrong. Raju just said I cashed out $400 from Upside. That's good. I just hit 1,000, like 1,050, but I've cashed out already. I cashed out. I cash out almost every month. Right now, I have $180 in there from last month. Mike Olson, it's broken. What's broken, buddy? And can y'all hear me right now? If you can, put a thumbs up because I just came back into the live and it could have a bad connection. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. All right, can y'all hear me? Let me get a thumbs up if you can hear me. My bad. I just had to answer a question on a text message. Because even though I'm booking loads, just full transparency, I am not the best at it yet. So I still have my carrier booking loads for me. And I mean, I see the same loads that she's booking here, and I put a bid on the same one she just hit me up about. So we'll see. Advancers allow you to have a dog with you. I don't know about most carriers, probably not. But the one I worked for did, and some jobs don't allow it. I just saw a load, but it's for a straight truck. I suggest it. I suggest everybody having a dog. So if you can make it happen, I would make it happen, but definitely ask before you start throwing a dog in your van. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, I forgot to charge my phone. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. I'm gonna get off of live. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Just wanted to check in with you guys. I'm gonna post a new episode up today. It'll be a round trip job from Austin, Texas to Mesa, Arizona and back. And if y'all could go ahead and follow that video, like, comment, subscribe like you guys always do. And yeah, I just want to say thank you. Appreciate you guys. If you're sitting out there and you're discouraged today, go to the gym, get outside, go for a walk. You know what I mean? Call somebody, talk to somebody. Don't just sit in that van and sit and sulk and wait. You know what I mean? A load's gonna come whether you're sitting there or not, and just stay strong and pray for better days. You're gonna be all right. Hope you have a great day. Peace.